Sweet. So thanks. I know some of you might be watching at home or later in the day or whenever, but this is just a good time. Both Dana and I have 5 kids in the house right now, and both of us have a baby, and it just makes it hard to find a time that works, but we did. We found a noon time. So we are going to be talking about going Emerald today. And I put launching your business on this first slide because it truly is that, you know, when we sign up to be a coach, we are a coach, but Emerald is that first step in committing, like, okay, I'm here to build a business. I'm here to take this seriously, and I'm ready to start taking the action. So Emerald is for everybody. You know, you can sign up yesterday. You could have signed up this morning. You could have signed up a year ago. Like, there is no better time than right now to launch your business. And what we're going to talk about, I really want you to remember to take the long-term in mind. Like, some of the things you might be like, I'm not going to see, like, you will see immediate benefits because you're going to see commissions, you're going to see people added to your team, but you also might not see the long-term benefits that we talk about until a little bit later. This is an entrepreneurship business, and so many times we can get used to, like, well, I put in the work, where's my paycheck right away? So just remember, give it time, let it sink in. You've made it this far in your business, whether you're in your health journey or your business, and just trust the person who brought you to this place. So that's what we're going to learn. We're going to start with what it is and why we should do it. And I know for our team in specifically right now, we have a call with the #1 coach in the network, Natasha Fearson, March 20th. And you need to be an active Emerald coach to be able to attend. And she's going to drop a lot of nuggets. She's like, I want to talk to your business builders on your team. So that's what we're here to do. We want everyone to be on that call so we can all learn from her. All right, so here is exactly what Emerald is. It's really, really basic. You might let me set him down, but I'm going to keep holding him because he's so sweet. But basically, you are up top. You are the CEO. You are the top of your business. And then we are a binary system. So we have a left side and a right side. You might hear them called left leg and right leg. So as long as you are active and you have either a preferred customer or a coach on your left side and one on your right side, they both need to be active, meaning they need to have an order of 50 volume or more, which is around $50. Poof, you are Emerald. That's all it takes. So coach or preferred customer on your left side and your right side, and you are Emerald. And Dana is going to just go off and explain a few of the benefits of it.
All right. Okay. So I am really excited to be sharing about Emerald. And yeah, there are so many benefits to going Emerald. The first thing is, kind of like we've said, it's just a decision to get started. It is taking your business from something that, you can still be a hobby coach as an Emerald, but you're making the decision to expand your reach beyond yourself. Like Brooke just shared, you're going to have 2 people under you, whether it's a body preferred customer or a body partner coach. That means that you're impacting other people's lives. So that's where that kind of credibility and recognition is going to come from, because you've gone from just a standalone person to maybe you're helping this preferred customer that wants to stay. They want the discount. That means they're here. They want to do, this is impacting their life and they want to stick around, or maybe they want to become a partner with you. Obviously it's having an impact on them and they're wanting to help others. And I think that that's really cool. And so there's lots of different ways. We love to recognize Emeralds. It's that decision. It shows us you want to do more than just show up and work out for yourself, which that's awesome. And that's amazing. But it just shows us who is here and who wants to help others. And so you're going to get a shout out on the team page. You'll get recognition from corporate. Like I said, it's kind of credibility for your business. You can start sharing maybe in your social media, like, hey, I did this thing. People won't necessarily even know what it means, but they'll start being like, oh, wow, she's like actually doing something. A lot of coaches send a gift and things like that. So it's just really fun. We love celebrating new Emeralds on the team. And I still have my Emerald gift too. Then I know a lot of my coaches wear theirs too. I usually wear the one I give them, but I don't have that on right now. Anyway, the next thing is Success Club. So I'm not going to get super into what Success Club is, but it is a measure of your business moving forward. And there are lots of incentives and prizes and things, and the Success Club trip with that. But you earn Success Club primarily by helping 3 to 5 people a month get started with the total solution package. So that's the body, the nutrition, a product to try out for that first 30 days. A lot of us, I require that for my big accountability group community. And so if you help those first 2 people, like you just saw on that last graphic, you are 2 out of 3 people away from hitting your first month of Success Club, which is, or maybe it's not your first time ever. I guess you could hit Success Club and not be Emerald. But the cool thing, I can't talk right now about, it's okay. Success Club is, it's going to help you earn an income, and it's also going to help earn towards the potential. Oh, I hope that person doesn't need me. Hope they find what they're looking for the trips and all of those fun incentives that come with Success Club. At the end of the day, Success Club for me is a measure that I'm continuing to move my business forward. I'm helping new people every single month instead of just saying, okay, I've got these 10 people I'm going to help. But that's it. Success Club is showing every month there's some new people coming into the community. The next thing is going Emerald is a team thing. So everybody has a coach above them. And when you go Emerald, it helps that whole team that you are a part of. And I know for some, you're like, well, that doesn't have anything to do with me. But I feel like my team, and I feel like Brook's team, Heart and Hustle, part of the beauty of this whole thing and being a part of this is the team and the community. And, being a part of helping your coach hit those bigger things like Premier and Elite or being a top 200 team is really, in my opinion, it's important for your business too, because people can do it on their own and people do it on their own. But I know I watched Brook do it first. And she went ahead of me and she said, well, my coach told me to go Emerald. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really understand it, but I'm going to trust you, because I had trusted her with my health. I trusted her as a person. And then, so we were a team, it helped us together. And so then I watched her go Diamond, and then I watched her go 5-star, and then I watched her go Elite. And it just was like, I continued to follow those footsteps. So yes, it'll help us be that camaraderie of a team and hit bigger goals as a team, but it also helps you start taking those stepping stones, and you can watch what your coach is doing, or you can run and you can catch up with them too. And then the last benefit I want to talk about, and it's probably one of the most important ones, is that going Emerald unlocks the second opportunity to earn an income. So the first is off of commissions. So you earn commission off of any customer that you sell something to, but you have the opportunity to earn off of volume and earn a team cycle bonus as an Emerald coach. Now, this is where I like to try and keep this as basic as I can, because you don't have to understand everything to fully understand it. But the team cycle bonus, you have 2 legs like you saw on that last screen. I'm going to keep it really basic. You need 200 volume on one side, 200. You need 100 volume on the other side. And then when you have a total of 300 in that way, cha-ching, you get $14. Where does that volume come from? It comes from those partners and those coaches and those people that are not customers, but that are people, the partners, the coaches that are under you as a coach. Now, again, I'll tell you what my story is. When Brooke told me that, I was like, this was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever it was. I was like, whoopee doo-dah, $14. Like, but again, I trusted the process, because as you continue to build a productive team under you of more people helping more people, that actually probably will become your primary income. I know for myself, the largest number on my paycheck every single week is my team cycle bonus, because I have a lot of people under me doing a little bit of things, actually, a few doing a lot. And I know, I'm pretty sure Brooke would say her team cycle bonus is the biggest number on her paycheck usually too. And the other thing with that I just wanted to share, because this is a huge mindset thing, is we want to stay in the game. So instead of being like, whoopie doo-dah, $14, I want you to think about, wow, $14, that all of a sudden my coach account became free. That covers that, basically covers that $15 monthly coach fee. Or maybe I could go get 2 coffees a month for $14. Like, think about, it's such a small amount, but like for me, thinking of 2 coffees a month, that brings me a lot of joy. So attach that to something rather than be like, well, that's not much. So yeah, those are some of the benefits of being Emerald.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about those first 2 people to sign up, because these are people, if you think about it, they're your first 2 signups in your business center. And yes, it might just be you right now, but again, think long term. Like, these are people who are going to be with you and right below you for a long time. I know the first two people who signed up with me are still right there, and they have watched me and they have supported me in every part of this business. So it does matter. At first I was like, oh, just sign up like the first random person who says yes. And my coach was like, no, like you need to be intentional with these steps, and we're going to talk about why. So the first one, and again, I was like, what? I just signed up as a coach myself. I need to do this for my spouse now. But we do recommend you sign up a spouse, or if you don't have a spouse, someone very close to you, maybe a mom, a dad, a sibling, a coworker, a cousin, someone just really close to you that I'm going to show on the next slide how it can benefit you down the road. But what's going to happen is once you do things on your account, you're going to get your account to diamond. You're going to do some really cool things with your account. The cool thing that Beachbody, now Body, I need to keep saying Body, allows us to do is we can go build another account. So what I have done after I got my account, Brook number 1, to a certain space and a certain level that I wanted to, and she was growing and she was thriving, then I shifted gears and I went and built my spouse account. Again, it doesn't have to be your spouse. It can be a parent, it can be a sibling, it can be, someone who just loves you and wants to support you. You can go and build their account doing the same thing. And what happens is you build them, and since they are right below you, you double dip in income. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that can look like. So so I'm throwing out some numbers there. Insert the body or team body. What's this called? Income disclaimer. So my husband, I signed him up in 2017. I will be very honest. He had basically for the first 2 years of his account was big old goose eggs because I was focused on my account. I was getting my account built up. I was trying to figure out this whole coaching thing. I was crazy in the middle of under three kids, and life was just busy, and I just trusted the process. I'm like, okay, well, I'm focusing on my account right now. I'm building that. Back January 2018 is when I shifted gears and started focusing on my husband's account and started adding customers and coaches under him that directly also the income directly bounced up to my account. So in his account in January 2018, he made $500. Then in 2019, I wasn't building his account anymore, but because I had started and because our team was growing, his account just sat there and it just started accumulating money and started making money. And we were double dipping in income. And to this day, he makes at least either half of what I make or 75% of what my first account makes. So for a long time, again, he sat at zero. He didn't make any money, but when the time came and I went to go build his account and it supported him that way, then his account grew and it just is sitting there. And if I wouldn't have made that small decision at the very first month of my business, then I would be losing out on so much money every single month. So that is why it is important. And that is why we want you to have that long-term, let me give him Miss Passy, you're just talking away, that long-term mindset in place. So Dana's going to go ahead and talk about that second person. Because again, for me, I really, really wish that second person, in this graphic, we say spouse or someone close to you. I really wish I would have signed up my mom because, in my head, I blew her off. I was like, she kind of was really iffy of me coaching anyways. So I was like, I wish I would have just been like, Mom, we're going to do this together. We're going to get you healthy. We're going to start a program. We're going to drink Shakeology daily and do it. Because after about a year of me coaching, she drinks Shakeology daily now. And she does about every program that I do with me. She's always like, all right, what's this month? What are we doing? And now she's way far down in my organization. And if I would have just been like, okay, Mom, let's just try it out. See what you think. You don't have to do anything with the business, but let's at least try. And I would put her first. Then maybe she would be making a really steady income from this. Maybe she would allow me to, have some of that income too. That's just one, I know, a regret that I have. So Dana's going to be talking about too, okay, maybe you sign up a good friend or a spouse or someone, but you don't have another, person that you would trust to sign up. These are some people that you can think about.
Yeah. So like Brooke just shared with her mom, I would say that I have a very similar story. I kind of blew my mom off, and actually my mom was doing Beachbody with somebody else. And I was afraid to ask my mom to come and do it with me, which is so silly. And she would have been so amazing to be at the top of my organization because she is still my like number one customer once she finally made the switch. And so that is a huge regret of mine. But anyway, okay, so who could that second person be? So one thing that says at the top, like who would buy a magazine from you? And I also like to think about, when I was thinking about this today, we present this a lot of different ways, but this is what's been on my mind lately was, I wanted people to think about like what this has done for you. Think about the impact it has had on your life because your coach invited to you, you know, is it energy? Is it your health, your fitness, your nutrition? Like, how do you feel because you started this? And then we're going to take yourself out of the equation and think about if you ask somebody else what this could do for their life. We're going to take away that, what I call the gap of like them thinking like, oh my gosh, she wants to just sell me something, or them telling us no even, but we're going to think about what they could potentially gain from this. And so there's a lot of different people that you could make a list of. But again, I do encourage you think about those that love you and trust you the most, whether that be a sister or a coworker, a relative, like an aunt, a cousin, I don't know, somebody that's really close to you that you feel like is going to stick around, even if they don't decide to build the business. But a few people that maybe you'd like to work with, it says on here, family, friends, coworkers, old roommates, people from other towns, even current customers. If you've been around a while and you've just never gone Emerald, actually, I feel like if you have somebody crushing it, you definitely need to ask them if they want to partner with you. And again, this is another thing that we can choose to overthink or don't overthink. I wanted to share a quick story about, I have a coach, Maggie, and she has a coach, and she had a coach that signed up last week. This is real timeline last week. And this girl that she signed up 3 people within about 24 hours and as body partners. And I messaged her and I said, what in the world did you say to her? Like, I need to know what verbiage you are using, not because we want to make all these sales, but because like she got it. She just went and she did it. And she's like, oh, she wants to get her nails done. So she attached this tangible thing. She saw, like, she literally is saying like, I just feel so good. I'm just going to ask people. And she asked like her sister, her mom, and I know my coach like kind of coached her basically on what we're doing here, but she will wake up Emerald tomorrow. And she signed up about a week ago because she just stopped thinking about what people might say no to her and started thinking about she wants to get her nails done. And she just wants to share this with other people. So I just want to encourage you not to overthink it. And I don't know what that girl's conversations look like, but I would guess that they were genuine, that they were real, that she wasn't like, hey girl, start this program tomorrow. Would you want to join me? Like, that's okay. I send messages like that and I have no shame in that because I 100% believe in what I'm doing. But when I'm talking to my best friend, that's not how I talk to her. You want to communicate in the form of communication that you would already use with these people. Don't make something icky that doesn't need to be icky. So like we talked about our moms, like I communicate via text a lot with my mom, so I probably would have texted my mom. But if you're more of like, so you call your mom, then don't text her, call her, talk to her about it. I have always loved this phrase of, hey mom, I'm started this thing. I love what it's done for me, XYZ. And I just want to know if I want to share this with you, have you be a part of this. We'll get you started with the same thing I started with. Will you do this with me? I love that phrase of like, it's kind of a trust piece of like, well, I did this and I'm loving it. So I want to share this exact same thing with you. So yeah, make a list of those people. Don't just think of 2 people, think of a lot of people that you could go and talk to. And hey, you could go Ruby, you can start on your way to diamond. Like this girl, like she just has people saying yes, which it doesn't always happen, but I just thought it was such a cool example I had to share. So you can go to the next screen. I think we're just going to wrap it up. Yeah. Okay. So now, like, hopefully you have a little bit of a grasp of what it is. Hopefully you see some of those benefits and you can attach your own tangible benefits to that, whether it's you want to get your nails done or it's the Success Club trip. For me, hitting Success Club and going Emerald were kind of one in together because I wanted to earn that free trip with my husband. So think about what it is for you, but then also just get out of your own head. Like this says on here, June, stop. She just couldn't help herself. She knew I was almost done and she just had to like bounce around. get out of your own head, think about what this can do for them, and just go and ask, because like this says, it's always going to be no unless you just ask that person. They're going to be stagnant, possibly stuck, possibly tired, possibly looking for solutions, possibly on YouTube, possibly burning themselves out doing XYZ, unless you ask them. It could potentially change everything for your business and for their life. So yeah, we can't live in fear. We just got to go out, and lots of people helping a little bit of people. It's just, I'm really passionate about that this year. And I think that you guys could go and help a couple people this week. So go make your list. I'm going to open it for questions, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, well, I need to go too, because I have two that are like on this.
Yes.
Can we come up and we have lunch? But I was just going to say, I remember for me, like everyone's why of going Emerald was going to be different. I remember mine, like I wanted the recognition. I was a stay-at-home mom. I'm like cleaning the diapers, and I'm like, I want to shout out for my coach. I want to be recognized for what I'm doing and the work that I'm doing. Like that was really cool. And I knew, and like also when she said to me, like, she's like, yeah, your business is open, but it's not really open until you can earn all the ways of income. I'm like, yeah, I need to get there ASAP so I can start building, even though I didn't understand it all, like whatever else income is there to tap into. So attach something to it. I love your example about like, she just wants to go get her nails done. Like that sounds like a dream. Like as a mom, just going to get your nails done, that is completely paid for, and all because you shared something that was already working so well for you. So don't overthink it. Go take action, and let's all be on that call with Natasha in a couple weeks, because she's the #1 coach and she has lots of nuggets to give us. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining.
See ya. Thank you guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.